Welcome to Spiritual Bridge. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever it may be for you. Here today to do some readings. Looking forward to them as always. Some beautiful messages come out this morning for the pick of cards for tomorrow. One of them made me so emotional. I was a wreck. But it was so beautiful. All of the messages were beautiful. All of them were beautiful. All of them. But yeah, that's a mess. Oh, beautiful spirit messages they were. So I thought I'd use the same title for today's live readings. Spirit messages, because that's what they are, spirit messages. So my name is Bridgitte. I am from the UK. I live in Spain. I'm looking outside and I'm like, you look like you're going to rain, but it's looked like it's going to rain all day. And we've got washing outside and I'm like, please don't rain before I finish. Please don't. Please. So I am here today to do some live readings. I use a variety of different tools for the readings. I use two different standard deck of cards. The reason I use two different ones is because although they're both standard deck of cards, this one, as you can see, has 3 in the middle and then 2 on the side. This one, what is it? It's a 7. It has 7 in the middle and 4 on the side. So this pack has 4 on the side. This one has 2 on the side. So it brings different messages. So this one would be a 3 and a 5. This one, if it was a 3, would be a 3 and it would be, and 4 is 7. So it would be a 3 and a 7, and this one would be 3 and 5. So because of that, they bring different messages through. So I use the two different ones. And I love numbers. Numbers are my favorite thing in the world. I use a lot of different methods to be able to read, to connect to intuition, but generally everything always boils down to a number. It always takes me to a number. I also use the Show Me Me cards. These are based on the energy animals that I see when I look at people. So even my animal cards now, these are my own designed cards. And when I created them, the animal was the animal. There was no numbers. I wasn't reading numbers at the time that I created these. But since I started reading numbers, they've overtaken everything. And we have the calabash full of messages. They are names, songs, quotes, and energy animals that are not here. So welcome everybody. How are you doing today? How is your day going? How is your Monday? If you're on Monday, everybody should be on Monday. No, it's 1 o'clock already. So I think everybody will be on Monday now. So how is your day going? How are you? How are you feeling? How was your weekend? Where are you? Hey, Adam, how are you doing? Where are you in the world, guys? I am in Spain. I'm from the UK, but I am in Spain. Where are you? Chicago. Nice. When I think of Chicago, for some reason, and I don't know Chicago, I don't know it at all. It's not like I've been there, but I always feel cold. When I hear Chicago or see it written down, it's like, ooh. And I don't know why. I'm great, thank you, Adam. Thank you for asking. Hey, Knight, how are you doing? Where are you from, Adam? Where are you in the world? So I am here today. Yes, cold and wet. Okay. I don't know why I have that. Maybe I've watched one program or something and it kept raining. It was so funny. The other day, I've been watching this series at the moment called Cold Case. Cold Cases. You're in Nicobar Island. Okay, Nicobar Island. It's like, is that a bar? Is it a place? Is it what? I don't know what it is. My eyebrows are so bad. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've been watching this show recently called Cold Case or Cold Cases, I'm not sure which one. And they're in Philadelphia. And the other day, because almost every show I watch, it's raining. So I decided to Google the rainfall in Philadelphia, because I was like, is this place always raining, or is it just that they just record a lot when it's raining? So I actually checked the average rainfall in Philadelphia. It was a lot. It was like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like 100 and something days. And I was like, that's like every 2-3 days that it rains. That's a lot of rain. I'm glad I'm not there. It is nicknamed the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty, and it ain't got what you got. I'm telling you, boy. And I have never heard of Nicobar Island. Yeah, I know Chicago is the Windy City. And I know that from Calamity Jane, my favourite movie. My favourite movie. It's not Nico, it's Nico. Adam, is it just because they spelt it with a K? That, yeah. Is it a place? What is it? What is Nico Bar? What is Nico? What is that? Is it a place? Is it a bar? Is it like a city? What is it? Is it actually an island? What is it? Either way, we've never heard of it, Adam. We haven't. Where is it, Adam? Where is it? Enlighten us. Enlighten us. And Amman and Nicobar Island. Okay, that didn't help, but it's all right. It's all right. So I am here today to do some readings. If you would like one, let me know so I can come to you. Searching Google. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're here now. That's why I was asking. Thank you, Knight. Because I mean, I can't do that now, can I? But thank you, Knight. Thank you very much. Then we'll know about this Nicobar Island. Nicobar Island. Right. So, again, if you would like a reading, you are very welcome to having one. Just let me know and we can start. We're going to find out where this Nicobar Island is first. It's like, let's find out what this Nicobar Island is. Nicobar. You're being very secretive, Adam. What's going on with that? What is going on? Is it a secret place? It's like somewhere that we're not allowed to know about. Secret place. So, how was you guys' weekends? Mine was very nice. I went out on a date on Saturday with my husband. We hardly ever go out, very rarely. We live in Spain, like I said, and it's us with our kids. We don't have family here. We're both from the UK. So going out is not like a general occurrence. And it was really nice. Went to a comedy club. There was actually two Americans there. One lady, I can't remember her name whatsoever. I actually didn't find her funny at all. But I mean, she tried. What I found amazing was that despite the fact that she wasn't very funny and nobody really found her funny, was she persevered and she persevered and she persevered and she got to the end of her set. So she got a round of applause for all of the effort that she... It's on the Indian Ocean. Okay. It's a chain of islands southeast of Asia in the Indian Ocean. Okay, thank you very much, Knight. Adam, wow. Southeast of Asia. Southeast. Okay. No, east. It's that way. No, it's not. It's that way. Very small island. Yeah. Mauritius is in the Indian Ocean as well. And it's a dot. It is a dot. When you look on a map, it's a dot. That's where my mum is from, Mauritius. But I've never heard of this island. Let me see what the name is again. Nicobar Island. Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, wow, we learned something new today. Thank you very much for that, Night, for enlightening us. Thank you for letting us know where you are, Adam, but thank you, Night, for enlightening us on where this island is. Very nice. I'm sure it's very beautiful there. You were curious as well. Yeah, I'm nosy like that. You tell me something, it's like, oh, what's that? What's that? I like to know. I like to know, and I'm so happy that you're like that as well, Night, because you helped my curiosity as well. So thank you very much. Hey, Kickit, how you doing? Very beautiful place. I can imagine it to be a very beautiful place, a tiny little island like that. I can imagine. That will be on one of my lists one day. I'm planning on visiting the whole world, so that will definitely be one of the stops. Yeah. So I am here to do some readings. You like the number 3? The number 3 is an amazing number. I love the number 3. I think it's my favourite, the number 3. My favourite number. Only because of the way I interpret it, though. That's why it's my favourite number. Before that, it wasn't 3. It was probably 8. But I love the number 3 because of the kind of person that it represents. Is D the one for me? I don't know if D is the one for you, Kickit. I can... You believe your life path number is 2. Okay. Adam, 7. Okay. I don't read life path numbers. I just love numbers as a whole. I love the numbers. I love numbers. So Kickit, you're asking me about, is D the one? I'll say I don't know if D's the one for you or not. I don't have a clue if D's the one. It's not the type of reading that I do, but what's very interesting at this moment is there's 2 3s on my screen as I'm talking to you. And my time at this moment is 13:13. So it's like there are 3s all around you. So I am going to describe the 3 for you, Kickit, if you're still here. You're still here? Because 3 seems to be quite impactful in your life because it's just all over the place for you. Yeah, it really is. And the date today is the 10th of the 2nd, which is another 3 again. So there definitely is a lot of 3s around you. So 3 is a number. What it tells me is that you are a genius. That's what it tells me. You're a creative genius. You receive inspired thoughts, and you're somebody that's likely to take action towards these inspired thoughts. It's not just like you hear something and it's like your ego doesn't want to go along with it, so you don't do it. You're very likely to move towards your inspirations. The other thing about the 3 is that not only do you move towards these inspirations, but you're somebody that you get weird inspirations. It's a little bit like, I was explaining that I use the standard deck of cards. The way that I read the standard deck of cards came, look, 3 came through me. Very smartical J. Came through me. And although reading a standard deck of cards, it's called cardomacy, and there's a particular way of reading them. I don't know that way. I don't know any other way other than the way I read them. And I feel that you're someone similar to that, in that it doesn't matter if a million other people are doing what you do. The way you do it is different to everybody else. There's something extremely unique about you. And the number 3 is somebody that is authentic to self, that they follow their own path, they follow their own ideas. If somebody tells you, But why are you doing it like that? What? Stop doing it like that. You should be doing it like this. You're like, because that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Very simply. It's like you don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to make yourself, you don't have to explain yourself away of why you're doing something. It's just simply, that's just the way you are, and it's how you move. The thing, the kind of, these are all the positives of the free. The thing that will get in the way of the free a bit is when the free wants to fit in. Because the free is somebody that is extremely authentic to self, they don't necessarily fit into groups of people or crowds of people or have too many friends. You're somebody that will spend most of your time by yourself, and you will have your tribe, but it's like you're not in no rush to find your tribe. As they come to you, you'll be appreciative of them, but you're not somebody that goes out seeking friends. You don't need friends. You're happy being by yourself. The negative of the free, if you can call it a negative, is that sometimes that's a really uncomfortable place to be. And especially when we're younger, it's like when you're going to school, you just want to fit in and you just want people to like you. But you're not somebody that just fits in easily like that. And you're not somebody that everybody is going to like, because you're going to be quite defiant, again, because you're very creative and you have your own ideas. So you're not somebody that just follows other people's ideas just because they're telling you that this is the way you should do it. You're not that person. So very clearly, you're a very individualistic person. Kickit with Jay. You're a very individual person. You like to be individual, and that is your power. That is where you get your empowerment from, where you find your strength, and it is your power. It's like your superpower, because you enable yourself to be yourself. So great job to you, Kick It with Jay. Will D, what was your, it's not the question that I will answer, but is D the one for me? So what I will say to you about that particular question is, when you're around D, because this is like trying to predict something, and I'm not a predictor, because predicting is kind of like where your energy is at that moment. And tomorrow your energy can be in a different place, so it will be a completely different answer. That's why I don't really do these types of questions, because from one day to the other, or from 1 minute to the next, we can change energy. And that changing of frequency means that we're in a different place, and everything around us changes because we have changed frequency. So what I would say to you is, if you enjoy your time with D, enjoy your time with D. If you enjoy going out with D, enjoy going out with D. If you enjoy conversing with D, enjoy conversing with D. And just allow the relationship to develop however it develops. But enjoy your time together while you have that time. Maybe that time will end up being the next 20, 30 years. And it just doesn't stop. You just don't stop enjoying your time together. But maybe it will be the next few times, and then you do stop enjoying your time together. But only you will know as you move forward how you feel within that relationship. So that's my advice to you. Take one day at a time. Live in the here and now. In the here and now, rather than you want this to happen and like creating this attachment to it needing to happen. Because once we create these attachments, our world gets very small, and we're in resistance to many things when we create these attachments, and we're limiting ourselves. So instead of focusing on, is this going to work, or is this the person for me? It would be more beneficial for you to focus on how you feel about this person, and what you actually want to feel about somebody, and what you would like to feel from somebody, and what kind of relationship you would like to have, and sit in the ideas of that rather than actually what you're experiencing, because that's how you manifest what you want. Hello, my beautiful spiritual sister and family. Hey, Andrea, how are you doing? Hey, Blessed, how are you? I hope that made sense. Kick It with Jay. Smarty cool Jay. You're funny, Night. You have a really nice sense of humor and way about you. I like your energy a lot. Yeah, you're very easy, very easy. I'm hanging in there so far. HBU. How about you? when you break these things down, I'm like, what's that? What's that? How about you? I am great, thank you. I am not hanging in there. I am great. Thank you very much. If you would like a reading, anybody, I am here to do readings. So please comment so that I know that you would like a reading and I can come to you. Where are you from, guys? Where are you from, Andrea? Blessed. Where are you in the world? Where are you, Kickit? Kickit with Jay. Where are you? Where are you guys from? Where are you in the world? I am from the UK. I live in Spain. You're from Chicago, but living in Indiana, no? You're from Chicago. Oh, there's two people from Chicago today. So the other person that I saw on Saturday, this comedian, the woman, like I said, I could appreciate the effort that she put in, but not the jokes. And the guy was from New York, Carter Morgan. He actually made a joke about about English people, which was not correct. It wasn't correct. I'm going to make it very specific. He made a joke about, his name's Carter Morgan, and he was very specific. I like my name, Carter Morgan, and I mean, I love the pronunciation of Carter. And then he said he went to the UK and they don't say Carter, they say Carter. But it isn't in the UK that they would pronounce it like that. The majority of the UK would actually say Carter. But if you go to anywhere close to East London, then they will say Carter. It's very specific to East London though. So, which is where I'm from, because we cut letters out of how we speak. We wouldn't pronounce the T, we wouldn't pronounce the ER. Carter. It becomes an A. Yeah, so he was really funny though. I liked him. He was really funny. So if you would like a reading, let me know, guys. Let me know so I can come to you. I'm not here to just ramble, to just talk and talk. I'm here to do some readings and share the energy that I feel from you, help you to understand yourself that bit better, help you to understand where you are, help you to understand why you're experiencing what you're experiencing, and how to convert that energy if you need to. Because my readings are generally around resistance, why you feel resistance, why you experience resistance, where the resistance is coming from, so that you understand ways of being able to overcome the resistance, because we all want a better life, no? We all want a better relationship, more money, better job, live in a better place. We all want these things. And really, it's just ourselves that are creating a resistance to getting these things. So it's, where is this resistance coming from to stop you from getting these things? Hey, Gurleen, how you doing? How are you? Yes, Gurleen. I said guys, Gur, isn't it? Gurleen. All right, I am with you, Gurleen. I am with you, Gurleen. I'm great, thank you. I am very good. Gurleen, let's see what the messages come out for you. Let's move these cards out of the way. Gurleen. Andrea, I'm going to come to you after I finish with Gurleen, yeah? I'll come to you after. I don't know. I'm going to answer in the way that you want, no, but I will answer your question. I will answer. You have to be open to the to the answer, though. To be open to the answer. Gurleen. 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 Gurleen, I've got this song going around in my head. It's really funny because it's not Gurleen that the song says. It's a Dolly Parton song, Jolene. But I'm hearing Gurleen, 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 Gurleen. Please don't take my man because you can. So I'm feeling like you've got some kind of worry about a partner, about a relationship. I feel like you're a bit worried about a relationship and whether the person that you're with is being honest with you or not. But I feel like there's a problem with relationship. Let's see. May this reading be for the highest good of Gurleen. May you receive the information you need, and may you be open to receiving it. We have the 4 here. The 4 of diamonds. That example that I was giving you, it feels like there's something that you have that you're worried about losing. That could be for anything as well. It doesn't have to be around a relationship. I know in the song it says, please don't take my man because you can. But it could be, let's say you had a job and you wanted a promotion. It could be that you're worried somebody else is going to get that promotion over you, or it's along that kind of lines that I'm feeling for you. And then you've got this 4. 4 is a message of ready, steady, go, go, go. What it tells me with these diamonds is a message around career and finance. It could be you getting a promotion at work. It could be you starting your own business. It could be you having a child, getting married, traveling, studying, buying a house. Big things. And what's really nice is this also has 8 diamonds on it, which is the manifestation. So the 4 is ready, steady, go, go, go. It tells me, that you took an action towards something that you wanted. When you took this action, it was an action that you took that you felt made you closer to being yourself. It was an action that made you feel good about who you are as a person. It was authentic to self because it's coming after the 3. So whatever that action that you took was, that you made the choice because you felt that it would allow you to be truer to yourself, and that's why you made that choice. And now you're in the 4. It's like, but should I have done that? And was that the right thing for me to do? And maybe I shouldn't have done that. And maybe I was a bit too rash. And maybe that was the wrong thing for me to do. And it's like there's so much worry now about whether you should have done it or not. The 4 is always, you should have done it. That was the right move. You were moving towards self. You were moving towards being more authentic to self. You were moving towards something that is going to bring you financial success, financial abundance, because you have the 8 here with career and finance. So it's definitely something that's bringing you to a place that you are more beneficial financially. But it's also asking you, well, it's advising you, if you remain in the mindset that you have, after the 4 comes the 5. I'm going to lead it up to the 8, okay? So that you have clear understanding of the next stages. Because for me, all the numbers are a spiral. So you've come from the 1, 2, 3, and now you're on the 4. So you made this decision, you're doubting the decision that you made. After the 4 is the 5. This is bring yourself to balance. When we've made a decision, we can get very worried about the decision and we can see it in lack, but I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that was wrong, like I said. That's all the worry, the lack idea of you taking this action. Or you can see it as, this was exactly what I was meant to do, and this was exactly how I was meant to be and who I'm meant to be. And I know that this is going to bring me to exactly where I'm meant to be going. I know I'm going to get the manifestation that I'm looking for from this action that I've taken, because I know where I'm being led, and I trust in myself and I trust in what the universe is bringing to me. So that's the 5. It's like viewing your world in gratitude over lack, which then brings you to the 6, which is what if you're in that 5 with this lack mentality, when you get to the 6, it's a very limited place. It's like, okay, I've taken this action, or you're still worried about the action that you've taken. You're worried that you're going to end up with less than you already had in the 5. In the 6, you're worried that nothing is working, nothing is going to grow. You're not going to end up with more than what you had. It's like there's so much stress and worry that it's kind of killing the dream that you have. So you get to the 7, which is you put in energy and effort and proper action, not just making a decision, but this is proper action. So let's say this was starting your own business. So you have the 4, that would be that I'm going to do it in negatives and then do it in positives so that you can hear the difference between one energy to the other energy and you figure yourself out along the way. So the 4 in lower vibration, if you had started your own business. So the 4 is, oh, but do I have what I need? And maybe I don't have what I need. And maybe I should have waited. And maybe I need more help to be able to do this. And you don't stop. And then you get into the 5 and it's just the continuous momentum of that. And you get into the 6 and it's a continuous momentum of that, because it's all to do with lack and worry and stress and you can't do it. And you get to the 7, which is about you taking actions. And you may take action. Okay, so I need to register my business. I need to create a website. I need to, whatever it is that you need to do for your business. And I need to do this, and you need to plan. But in every step that you would take action in the lower vibration, it would be that, yeah, I'm still taking questions. It would be that you don't trust in the action you're taking. There would be a perseverance of you taking action, but there would be no patience, the faith behind the actions that you're taking, which leads you to the 8, which is here. The 8 is here. There are 8 diamonds here. Leads you to the 8, and you're not able to receive the manifestation because you're still in lower vibration. And what you will receive is the lack of. What you receive is the energy that you have sent out through this whole process, which is the lack of whatever it is that your manifestation is. We don't want you to get the lack, though. We want you to get the manifestation. So from the 4 in higher vibration, it would be trust in a decision you made. Trust in that choice. Believe that that choice is bringing you closer to your manifestation. That brings you to the 5. Feel grateful for everything that you've experienced so far, even if there have been challenges. Yes, those challenges are helping me to grow. They're giving me the tools I need to be able to get to the manifestation. They're giving me everything that I need to be able to know what I need to do next, to be able to grow and learn. Which brings you to the 6 of expansion. The 6 is, so you're growing a business. Oh, so I could do this with the business, and you can add things to the business because it's all about expansion, the 6. Yeah, that would be really nice if I did that. And oh, yeah, I can implement that, and that would make that bit so much better and so much bigger. And yeah, and then the 7 is you taking the actions towards all of what you've created so far in your own mind. The 6 is the expansion, like I said. So the 7 is then you taking the actions towards the expansion. And the 8 is you receiving the manifestation. But throughout the process, you have to believe that you are going to hold the manifestation in your hand. And at the moment, you don't have that belief. At the moment, the belief is, it's not mine, I can't have it, when am I going to get it, how is it going to come to me? I don't believe that what I've done is good enough, and things should look different already, but they don't look different, and why don't they look different, and maybe I'm not good enough to get it. There's this whole mindset that you're following that has been something that you have worked from before. It's very lackful in its ideas of self, that you're not good enough, that you can't do it, that you're not strong enough, that you're not in clarity, whatever it is that's going on inside of you. There's a lot of noise going on. This is about allowing that noise, or finding the gratitude, because after the 4, like I said, is the 5. Come into the gratitude of what you've done already, rather than the lack of what you're seeing at the moment. Once you can move into that gratitude, that will help you to move into the 6, the expansion, the 7, taking the actions you need to be able to receive it. Hope that makes sense. Cool. Gurleen. Hope that makes sense. That is your reading. That is your guidance. It's a lot of work because your mind is so firm in this place at the moment. So it will take a little bit of work for you to move yourself over to this side. And your mind will keep going back here because it's where you're used to going. And you've practiced this a lot. The things that we practice a lot, we become really good at. And you have practiced this a lot, so you're very good at being in this place. It's the most comfortable place to you at this moment. But it's not the most beneficial place to you at this moment if you keep using it the way that you're using it. The more beneficial way to use it is look at what's here in lack and acknowledge that you're seeing it in lack, and acknowledge also that we live in a world of contrast, and if you're able to see lack, it means that you know the contrast of it. So if you see a lack of money, you know the contrast of a lack of money, you know abundance. If you see a lack of help, you know what it is to be helped. So focus on what this feels like over what this feels like. And your mind will keep going back here, but keep bringing it back to here. And the more you do that, the more you end up working from here. And this is practice, 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 practice that helps you to stay here. So I hope that makes sense, Gurleen. It resonates. Great. Right, Andrea, you asked, what is Carlos's real intentions towards me? Andrea, like I said, it's going to be a different way of answering, Andrea. As long as you're focused on Carlos's intentions towards you, what you're taking yourself away from is the control you have over how you feel. So what you're giving control to at this moment, or your emotions to at this moment, or your energy to at this moment, is out of your control. You don't have any control of how Carlos feels about you or his real intentions towards you. That you have no control of. But you do know how you feel about Carlos. And you know how Carlos makes you feel. But if you're focused on how Carlos feels and Carlos's intentions, then it means that you're taking yourself away from you and you're putting your energy into him. That's not useful to you. It's never going to be useful to you either, because it's not something that you can ever control. It's like you are the programmer of your radio station and you're giving him control over your radio station. How he responds, how he acts, how he thinks, how he feels is in control of how you feel. No, it's not, unless you give him that control. And at the moment you are giving him that control by focusing on him in that way. You clearly want an amazing relationship. You want a beautiful relationship with someone that is loyal and committed and kind and caring. Somebody that respects you. Somebody that doesn't ghost you. Somebody that wants to be with you because they enjoy being with you. and you enjoy being with them. Do you feel that from Carlos or not? It's like, there's always this pole, no? So let's say Carlos is this pole. Do you enjoy being with Carlos? It's yes or no. It's one or the other. Do you feel loved by Carlos? Again, it's either yes or no. Do you feel enlightened, enthusiastic, joyful around Carlos? It's yes or no. Do you feel, I don't know what words, it's like the words are failing me at this moment. It's like, if you're focused on how Carlos feels, you're constantly in this place. But if you're focused on how you feel, you have the option of where you want to move to. You can sit in the, no, he doesn't make me feel great, and he ignores me, and I don't like that, and he doesn't trust me, and he doesn't listen to me. And you can sit in that, or you can sit in, and that's all focused on Carlos. And it won't just be focused on Carlos, because when Carlos disappears, if Carlos disappears, there'll be somebody else that comes in. But because you're focused here, whoever else comes in will also bring in this energy, which is energy that you already don't like. And you're not wanting to attract energy that you don't like. What we're wanting to do is attract energy that we do appreciate, that we do want, and that we do like. So this place is a really good place for letting you know where you are and letting you know what you don't want. So it's like you go to a buffet and you see all the food that you like, but you'll also see food that you don't like. Are you walking towards the food that you don't like? The one that don't taste good in your mouth? The one that it just feels horrible? You don't like the texture, you don't like the taste, you don't want it. Are you walking towards that food? Are you walking towards the food that you do like? You would walk towards the food that you do like. And it's exactly the same principle with people, with your thoughts, with your emotions. When we keep walking towards the things that we don't like, what we're doing is attracting that same thing that we don't like. But we don't want to attract what we don't like. We want to attract what we do like. So it's about you putting energy into not Carlos, but in the type of relationship that you do want. So the type of relationship you do want is loving, caring, kind, compassionate, giving, non-judgmental. It's all these beautiful emotions, no? And yes, there may be struggle through it, because not everything is plain sailing. But even through the struggle, you've got each other. You love each other and you're there. You will support each other through it. That's the type of relationship you're looking for. But this is not your focus at the moment. So my advice to you is focus here. Focus on the type of relationship that you do want. Even if it's not in your world at this moment. Even if there's nobody, you don't have anybody in your world at the moment. It's irrelevant. When you're manifesting, it's believing that you're able to receive this. Believing that this is on your path. Believing that you're capable of having this. That you're deserving of having this. That you're worthy of having this. Not that this is the only thing that you can attract, because you can attract a lot more than this. So use this to benefit you. When you hear what you don't want, remember what you do want. Put the energy into what you do want, not what you don't want. Hope that makes sense. You live in different states. I don't think that's really got anything to do with it. It has nothing to do with what I was saying either. If Carlos is meant to be the one, you put in the energy into you. You put in the energy into what you're creating. If he's the one, that different states will not be a problem. Something will happen to shift that. But if you're constantly focused on what you don't want, and different states is going to be something you don't want. We want to be close to the people that we love, no? So if you're focused on that, again, you're creating everything that you don't want. You're going to continue to create everything that you don't want, as long as your focus is on everything that you don't want. Do you understand that, Andrea? Is it making sense to you? Shawn, yours is a bit similar, because you're asking me about, I wanted to ask how my breast cancer campaign will go. Will it be really successful and bring in good sales? I mean, it's an interesting question, because it's so full of, the fact that you're asking it means that you have doubt about it. But you've asked in a really like positive way. Will it bring? It's like, will it fail and not do well, or will it do well and bring lots? And you've asked the question in a positive way. But by asking the question, it comes from a negative. It's coming from a lack idea. It means that there's this idea that there's a possibility it will not do well. It's going to fail. It's going to be rejected. It's not going to be liked. It's not going to be successful. But that's only in your mind. And as long as it's in your mind, it's a belief system and an energy that you are sending out into the universe that has the possibility to keep it in that place, in this low vibrational place, that it's not going to work, that it's not going to be successful. But as long as you believe it's to be successful, as long as you believe it's going to work, it will be. It might not be at this moment. It might not work this year. But at some point, what you are creating and everything that you're experiencing in the process of creating this success and good sales, in the process of you creating it, there will be moments that you're learning. And those moments of learning may feel like struggle. But through that struggle, you're gaining strength, you're gaining tools, you're gaining knowledge. There's so much that we learn through struggle. So it's really important that through the struggle, there's always this optimism and faith of course, I've got this. I am successful already. This business is successful because you know what it's going to do for people and you know how it's going to help people, and keep walking forward with that belief and that faith in why you're doing it. Not for what you're going to get out of it, but why you're doing it. And you're doing it from a really beautiful place of loving people and wanting to help people. So keep that in your heart and exude that, because you have a beautiful heart. The way that you phrase the question shows that, and what you're doing as well shows that. So you do have a beautiful heart. It's allowing yourself to walk forward with that, rather than the worry of, will I be successful or not? Because you will always be successful when you're walking forward with your heart and trusting in what you're creating for others. And you are doing it for others. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for others. And you feel good in the process of doing it for others. Make sense? How you doing, Hasu? Hope that makes sense, yeah? Everything is about energy. Everything is about energy. Everything is about the frequency at which you're vibrating. When we're in lower vibration, we're attracting lower vibration. When we're in higher, we're attracting higher. It's a bit like a radio station. There's sometimes that we're in lower vibration and we're just listening and listening and listening and listening to what the lower vibration has to offer, which is worry, stress, anger, irritation, frustration, doubts, has a lot of confusion. There's so much that comes from the lower vibration. It is all there to teach us, and it's an amazing thing to be able to have the contrast. Because once we know we're here, we know what we're lacking, we know where our mindset is, we know where our emotions are, and it means we know what to focus on. Because if you know what's here, you know what's here. You can't know one without the other. We can't know dark without light. We can't know light without dark. You can't know one without the other. So it's through knowing this that you know where you want to go and what you need to put energy into. So I am here to do readings. Shawn, would you like a reading? Should I give you a reading? Would you like one? I am great, thank you, Hasu. I am very good, thank you. All is well in the kingdom of Bridgitte. Bridgitte, say my name nicely. Yes, please. All right. Shawn. 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 There was something I said, and it like took me to this song, Beyonce's song. Is it Beyonce or Destiny's Child? Whatever one, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing though. Say my name, say my name, say my name when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. Why the sudden change? Say my name, say my name. You're acting kind of shady, ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. I don't know the rest. But that song popped into my mind. And it gave me this feeling of, like, a feeling that there's something working against you. Or there's someone working against you. And it's like having this confidence about yourself, regardless of what you see around you or what you feel around you. And having this confidence in yourself to keep moving forward that will attract exactly what you want. But it's this idea of letting go of what isn't serving you, which is the same as where we started, isn't it? All right, Shawn, may this reading, let me drink a bit of water. Shawn, I also feel like it's like I'm struggling to talk. My throat is kind of closed up on me. I feel like you sometimes have a problem expressing yourself, or it is expressing yourself, but I'm feeling it's like if you have a dream, it's like you're worried about it. If you have, it's like if you have, let's say you have a dream and it's like a really, really big dream. It's like you feel that you can't express it because it's too big a dream. And how are you ever going to get this? It's like express yourself. Even if you just express yourself to yourself and write it in a journal, express yourself, because your dreams are as expansive as you allow them to become. May this reading be for the highest good of Shawn. Shawn, may you receive the information you need, and may you be open to receiving it. Shawn. Yeah, that's funny. Is there an 8 here as well? No. All right. This makes a lot of sense, Shawn, for you. The ace is a message of, it's like, it's a message of a rebirth. So it's this new thing that's coming into your life. And it's really nice because it's got 3 on it as well. So it's you, this new thing that's coming into your life is you. You being authentic to you. You allowing yourself to become true to you. You're not kind of hiding behind the shadows anymore, worried about what people will think. But this is an extremely uncomfortable place because it is a rebirth. It's somewhere that you haven't been before. You're becoming a person you haven't been before. So what's happening with you is you're having to get used to becoming this new person. You're having to get used to getting to know this newer version of yourself. It's a bit like, sorry. Whoa, my throat. Whoa. It's a bit like, it's a bit like if you, I do feel that you're having to speak more than you've ever spoken and you're not comfortable with speaking. So this is like, how was I going to phrase it? It was so nice. I can't remember. It's like you have, it's a rebirth. So that's what I was going to say. It's like you go out one night and you randomly meet somebody, or you go to a party and you randomly meet people at this party and you have to get to know them. That's not the most comfortable place to be, is it? It's like it can be really uncomfortable to start talking to people that you don't know and getting to know them and getting to know them, experiencing time with them. It's not always the most comfortable. And that's what you're having to do with yourself at the moment. It's not the most comfortable. It's a bit like a caterpillar. You've done a lot of eating. You've gained a lot of knowledge. You have all this knowledge in you. And then you have to end up being the cocoon. And in the cocoon, it's a processing stage. And that's where you are at the moment, I feel, this processing stage. You're having to get to know yourself. You're having to get to know what you're about, who you are, what you're about, what you're becoming. And then when you're confident with knowing who you are at the moment, then you're able to start pushing yourself out of that cocoon. And then you start flying because you're confident in being this newer version of yourself. But at the moment, you're becoming a newer version of yourself. And it's that moment of getting to know that version of self. So, and I also feel, like I said, this is the free. There is something very creative that you are bringing into the world through you, from who you are as a person. It's very likely to be something that other people have done before, but you do it different, because the free is a genius for me. It's a way of doing something that is unique to you, and it's only you that will do it this way. So, but the ace, is it's like this place of noise and noise and noise and anxiety and seeing lots of problems. And one of the reasons that you experience that in the ace is because you're trying to use, or you're wanting to use, the knowledge that you got as the caterpillar that you're not anymore. You're not the caterpillar anymore. So you're wanting to use the knowledge from the caterpillar to help you in this cocoon stage. But the caterpillar doesn't exist anymore. The caterpillar isn't, the cocoon is a different place. No, it's a transition. It's not there anymore. So when you're working from this place, seeking information from this place, it's not helpful, because this place doesn't have the information you need. This place, the butterfly, has the information you need. This processing space will give you the tools that you need to get to that butterfly place. But it's allowing yourself to go through this process from the cocoon to the butterfly, and understanding that you're no longer the caterpillar, and the caterpillar's knowledge is not going to help you moving forward. It's like old information, and parts of it will help you, but because you're doing something different to what you've ever done, you're needing to learn new information to help you move forward. But the ace is like you're wanting all this old information to help you. It can't help you. It's this place of you having to learn new. And that is extremely uncomfortable, because we don't like new. We don't like new. Our ego hates new. It wants us to remain in place. It doesn't even want you to experience this rebirth. It just wants you to remain the caterpillar. But you're no longer the caterpillar. You're now in the cocoon, and enjoy that place of the cocoon, because there's so much knowledge that comes in that place. There's so much transformation that comes from that place. And there's so many tools that will come from that place that help you to become that butterfly. The 4, this is the 4 of hearts. So this is around relationships. It could be with yourself, a partner, family, friends, colleagues. And this is very likely to be with yourself, because it's very much about you. The 4 is that you've taken an action, and you're not trusting in the action that you took. You're not trusting yourself, because the hearts, like I said, is very likely to be you. Yourself, a partner, family, friends, colleagues. It could be any of them, but it's very likely to be yourself. You're not trusting yourself with the action that you took. So it's leading you to doubt. So you're already in the anxiety of the ace from this new rebirth. And then you've taken an action. And because you're in all this anxiety with the ace, it's leading to a lot of doubt with the 4. The 4 is ready, steady, go, go, go. It's you take the action. You believe that it's bringing you to your authentic self. You believe that it's bringing you to a more expansive place. This 4 has got 6 hearts on it as well. So it's a more expansive place. It's leading you to somewhere bigger, better, more, more, more. It's leading you to somewhere amazing. But what's happening in the process of what you're experiencing is this Joker. The Joker is a message of controlling control. You're wanting to control everything that's going on around you. And like I said, at the moment, you're in a processing stage. It's like you put your computer on and you program it to do some stuff. Then you have to wait for the programming to take effect. No, until that program is taken effect. If you're trying to use the computer still, it's going to start glitching. It's going to stall. It might just keep you waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting forever because it doesn't know what to do. It's processing information and you're still wanting to load it with more information. It becomes too much for the computer to be able to do what it's meant to be doing, which is the processing. And that's what I feel is happening with you. This controlling control is you're still wanting to take actions. You're still wanting to do all of this stuff. But you're in a moment of process. Now is not, you've taken the action, you've made a decision. That decision was an amazing decision that you made. And it's trusting that decision and allowing things to unfold as you go through this process. But if you're working from this controlling control, it means that you're continuously in the anxiety and you're continuously in the doubts because you feel that if you're not taking action, nothing's happening around you. You're not doing anything. Nothing's changing. But within that cocoon, everything is changing. It's becoming a butterfly. Everything is changing. But because you're not seeing the process happening, you're not trusting the process. But the process is happening. It is happening. And then once the process has happened, when you allow it to happen, when you start having control over yourself rather than wanting the control over everything around you. This is like wanting to fix. That's why there's a lot of anxiety here. Fix. When you allow that to be let go of, look at this Joker. He's pouring all of his cards onto the world. So what he has to offer is now able to be shared with everything. But you have to get over that initial control. I need to control this. I need to fix this. There's this problem. When we're looking at a problem, we'll only ever see problem. I always think of looking at a problem like when you have something in your mind, you're talking to someone and there's like, let's say we were talking about a musician and I was like, what's that musician's name? And I've got it on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot remember the musician's name. It's like that. Hours later, you go away, you've forgotten about the conversation and all of a sudden, oh, that was what their name was. I remember. And it's just like this moment of clarity that it all comes to you. And that's because of the allowance that you've given it. Rather than the focusing on the problem, you just allowed it to have space and you allowed the answer to come to you. And that's what this is asking you to do. Allow the answers to come to you. Go for walks. Put yourself in nature. Connect to... listen to music, because that's a really helpful thing. But with the ace, I would take a breath is the message for ace. So it's like, do something around you, do something for yourself that allows you to get out of your head and into your creative space, your inspired space, especially with the 3 as well. So writing, painting, drawing, whatever it is that you do, puzzles, whatever it is that you do, we're all different though. We all have a different outlet of quieting the mind, but incorporate that more into your day-to-day life, giving yourself that creative outlet. So it helps you to get out of what's going on in your mind, that noisy place, and allows you to experience the inspiration that flows through you, which is quiet, is peaceful, is calm. Very different to control. Yeah? You're a painter. Excellent. There you go. So paint. Paint and allow that, because when you paint, your mind goes quiet. No, when you're painting, you allow that space. You can't think and be worried and stressed when you're painting. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work as an artist. It doesn't work. There's this flow that happens as you're creating, and it's putting yourself in that creative process more than you are at the moment, so that you're allowing this process to happen, the process of change, transformation to happen, rather than the stress of the transformation. Yeah? Sending positive vibes and positive energy for the chat and my beautiful spiritual sister and family. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. All right, so Shawn, hope that helps, yeah? I mean, it's very little tweak. It's just tweaks to yourself to create a completely different energy for yourself, because this is really beautiful. This is about you bringing in something really beautiful into the world, an idea that you're bringing into the world that is full of creativity and authenticity and expansion and love and giving, because that is the 6 for me. It's all about expansion and love, because it is hearts and giving. So it's just dealing with this controlling control and allowing yourself to experience what you're experiencing, and knowing that what you're experiencing is the best thing for you at this moment, as difficult as it feels at this moment, as uncomfortable as it feels at this moment. Allow the uncomfortable to become comfortable. So, glad it made sense. I will be off now. I'll be back on Wednesday with the same pick a card. No, not pick a card. Tomorrow's pick a card. Thursday's pick a card. Tomorrow is live readings again. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming to join me today, guys. Much love. Love. I can't do it. My funny finger. And light. And wish you well on all your journeys, all that you're wanting to achieve. You're welcome, Andrea. Thank you as well for all your support. You have a lot of love in your heart, and thank you for sending it this way. Much appreciated. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.